Thanks for coming out today, everyone. My name's Yvonne, and if you haven't joined today, we're going through a 6-part series of meditation, and it's kind of like basic principles and techniques in meditation, and you can learn from each one. And last week we worked on the posture, which I'll review very quickly today, and then this week we're working on the breath. The format of the meditation is usually I give an intro, and then we go through a guided meditation together. And if there's time, we have a little bit of a silent meditation as well, and then a wrap up. And always, if you have any questions or comments or anything after, just let me know. My contact information was in the email as well. But thank you for coming out today. Hopefully this starts off your weekend to a relaxing start. So let me just see. So today we're going to be working on the breath, and the breath is a really important part, as I just said, of meditation. It's kind of like the fundamental part of meditation, as well as life in general. So there's 2 different practices that I've incorporated into one meditation today, and the one is mindful breathing. So that's what we're going to focus on the most, which is just being kind of aware of your breath. And so just the inhale and the exhale. And the other one is pranayama, which is a form of controlled breathing, so you kind of like alter it. The benefit of that is that you can alter your breath to either elevate your mood, so like give you more energy, or you can alter the breath, which we'll be doing today, for more like relaxation. So I'll go over a little bit about the breath, how it works, and some tips for today's meditation. So the breath is essentially a reflection of your state of mind, as well as the body. And you would notice, like if you were stressed out or dealing with challenges or whatnot, you might notice your breath to be more shallow versus if, like even if you're sleeping, you were totally relaxed, so your breath is very calm. And the breath is the most easily accessible stress response system. So it's built into the human body, and it's something that you do automatically, but also you can learn to, over time, improve your connection with the breath to deal with stress and overall, just live a little bit more, so breathing in and out and becoming aware of the present moment. They use it in hospitals, in therapy, for first responders, and essentially it's a part of yoga and meditation. So it's all kind of incorporated within the yoga practice, which I had done in the summer with you guys, as well as meditation. Interesting part about the breath is often many people, like unless you're doing practices specifically, you don't notice it until you're sick because you can't breathe as well. That, and now I guess with the pandemic and the masks, people are noticing a lot more. It's like, okay, I'm rushing to wherever and then I can't breathe because I have the mask on. The good thing about the breath, aside from the whole mask thing, is that you can learn to breathe again. So to breathe, have full breaths again. So with children's yoga, often we don't have to teach the breath because children are breathing fully breaths. And they haven't faced the stressors in life and developed the habits that adults have to shorten the breath. And as a whole, for the stress response system, we do want to be taking full breaths. But the good thing is what we'll be practicing today is that we can kind of retrain the body to start taking full breaths again. I think I've said this before, but I notice when I drive now, because I just get a little stressed out when I drive, I start to take deep breaths because I've practiced that so much, and then it helps me deal with some of the stress. So how it works, I went over that a little bit, but it works with the brain and the nervous system. So you're working with the parasympathetic nervous system, which is rest and digest. And the breath basically takes you into the present moment. So when you inhale and exhale and you're aware of that, we are fully present in the moment. The breath is also always with you, which is really helpful. So there's lots of tools and different things in life that we can find for stress management, but the breath is with you and you can use it at any time. It's a self-soothing and self-regulation technique, as well as self-care. And the one thing I like is it's kind of like a pause. So we learn how to just take a breath, inhale and exhale, and it's like a pause before reacting. So it's like a mini break. The concentration on the breath soothes the mind, relieves tension and worry, helps with stress and anxiety. There's also preventative measures for mental health. And also, I'll go over a little bit about the inhale and the exhale. So the inhale is the sympathetic nervous system, which is energy and life. And then the exhale is the parasympathetic, which is the relaxation and rest and digest. So that's a lot of times what we're concentrating on, because we want to kind of find that calming breath. So deep breathing, the health benefits of deep breathing: lowers cortisol, which is the stress hormone, increases endorphins. It helps with cleansing of the body toxins. So 70% of body toxins are actually through breathing. Improves the immune system, helps with energy, helps with exercise and stamina. Yeah, I could go on forever. So if you just like even Googled it, you would find lots there. So there's lots of apps and guided breathing things that are online that you can find. And so even if you Google that as well, you could find different breathing practices anywhere from like 3 minutes to 20 minutes. Okay, so I think we'll go so I'll just guide us through one breath and then we'll start the meditation. So as we did last week, just sitting up straight and relaxing the shoulders. And you can breathe normally. What we do want to try to do is inhale and exhale through the nose, because it naturally slows down the exhale. And see if you can draw the air to the belly. So when the air comes in through the nose, it would come to the belly would expand. And then when you exhale, the belly comes in. You can even place your hand on the belly and see if you can draw the air in. Another thing you might notice, if your shoulders are coming up, usually we're tensing up and the air is not going all the way to the belly. Having like a sip of water or something also helps, because it just adds moisture for the air to come in for the lungs. So we'll begin the meditation now. And if you find drawing the air into the belly difficult, just stay with your own natural breathing. That's fine as well. It definitely is a practice that takes some time. All right. Mindful breathing. Begin to settle into a seated posture of your choice. Allow the shoulders to relax. Soften the jaw. Sit in an upright position, spine stacked straight, shoulders drawn back and down. Ensuring there is room for deep breaths in the front body, while allowing the entire body to remain relaxed. Allow the eyes to close or keep them open with a soft gaze. Relax. In this guided meditation, we will be focusing on the breath and drawing attention to how the body breathes. This is a helpful way to bring yourself into the present moment and to become more mindful. the basic yet powerful and effective practice of mindful breathing. We will be becoming more familiar with the breath, the inhale and the exhale. As well as practicing following full breaths and noticing their influence on physical, mental, and emotional states. The breath often serves as a representation of our mind, body, and feelings. During this meditation practice, you may find that from time to time your mind may wander, perhaps into thoughts, sounds, or emotions. If this occurs, just acknowledge their presence. Let them be, let them pass, and then gently return to your breath. Just breathe. Inhaling and exhaling, one breath after another. Let's take the next few moments being attentive to the breath, observing. Breathe naturally, without trying to change or set any pace or rhythm. Be aware of the breath and how you are breathing today. Now, shift your awareness into how you are feeling today, without judgment or trying to alter it in any way. How you are feeling, along with how you are breathing, is not right or wrong. It just is. Return your awareness again back to the breath. Is there any relation between how you are breathing and how you are feeling? Are your breaths at a quicker pace or slower pace? Does the nature of your breath change over time, steady or irregular? Are you breathing shallow to the upper chest or shoulders, as though it carries some tension? Or are you breathing full breaths to the belly, as it relaxes the body? Notice if there is any similarity between how you are breathing today and how you are feeling. Just be here and breathe, attempting to be completely aware of what you are experiencing in body and mind. Now let go. Let go of any expectations you may have about your experience this day or this practice. Let go of any judgments about your experience this day or this practice. Continue to focus on the breath, following the inhale and the exhale. Moment by moment, being fully present with your breath. Breath awareness can help build emotional regulation skills for daily life and mind-body tools that offer assistance during challenging times. These mindfulness practices bring us into the present moment and can stop, slow, or reverse negative thoughts, feelings, and emotions. It can ground us. Begin now to notice the details of the path of your breath. Each inhale and exhale. How and where does the breath flow throughout the body after oxygen enters in through the nostrils? Notice your breath and follow its own natural rhythm. Whatever its nature and course, be okay with it. See if you can follow the air, drawing into the nose, traveling through the lungs, then down to the diaphragm, causing the belly to expand. Then follow the air, traveling up from the belly, back through the lungs and chest, and out through the nose, causing the belly to contract. For a few moments more, become familiar with this practice of fully following the breath. Follow the breath. This is mindful breathing. We take approximately 2,300 breaths per day. Most of these often go unnoticed. But the breath is our life force, our energy. When practicing breath awareness, we are acknowledging that this is where we are now. The mind travels back and forth, but the body and breath are always in the present moment. Knowing this and breathing mindfully is calming, grounding, and brings about a greater focus and clarity to each moment. Just breathe. Paying attention to each breath, observing. Now begin to breathe throughout the entire body. Breathe to the whole body. Can you notice any physical sensations as the breath enters and leaves the body? Draw awareness to sensations, along with the movement of the breath as it flows in and out. Does the exhale feel any different from the inhale? Can you breathe from the top of your head to your toes? Perhaps you can sense the breath traveling through the back or spine. Pay close attention to any physical sensations when following the breath. Breathe through the whole body. Are you able to scan the body to notice any areas that may be carrying tension, soreness, or fatigue? Perhaps the shoulders or calves, maybe the feet. Begin to send your breath to these areas that need more care, nurturing them with oxygen from inhales. Then on the exhale, relax the body further. Now that we have practiced mindful breathing and breath awareness, we will alter the breath through guided breath counts, pranayama. This is to develop additional understanding of the inhale and exhale, as well as training the body to activate the calming portion of the breath and nervous system. To do this, in this practice, we will be extending the exhale longer than the inhale. Always remember that if this controlled breathing practice is not right for you, you are welcome to modify as needed or remain with your own natural breathing in current meditation. We will now begin to count the breath. Begin by inhaling to the belly on a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding the breath for 1, 2. Then exhaling on a count of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding the breath for 1, 2, and exhaling for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding the breath for 1, 2, and exhaling for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Allow your breath to gradually return a bit closer to normal, perhaps a little softer, more peaceful. Continue your attention to flow with the breath, following the inhale and the exhale. We are completely here with each breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Mindfully being present moment by moment with the breath. It is now time to observe silent meditation. During this time, you are always welcome to continue following the breath. Beginning now, for 2 minutes, we will practice a silent meditation. Softly take a breath in and exhale. Take another deep breath in and exhale. In our time today, we have been developing greater awareness of the breath. Mindful breathing and pranayama can be practiced at any time. It can help to center you and connect you with the present moment. It offers assistance when facing fluctuations of the body and mind, or when facing challenging times. Whenever you are ready, begin to slowly awaken from your meditation. Softly shrug your shoulders, perhaps stretch your arms or legs gently. Begin to slowly open your eyes if they were closed, and bring yourself back to the room you are in. We are gradually returning to our usual level of alertness, moving from the internal to the external world. And as you do, while this meditation comes to an end, keep with you the mindfulness we have practiced today. Bring this acquired awareness with you onto the rest of your day, onto tomorrow, and onto moments going forward. Thanks, everyone. If anyone has any questions or anything, again, feel free to let me know. And I wanted to offer a correction. We don't take 2,300 breaths a day. We take 23,000. So yeah, in case you're wondering about that. So that's a lot. Thanks, everyone. You too. Oh, the next one's in 2 weeks from now as well. Thank you for having me. As I said when I joined in, it's really nice because I start to recognize people's names. So that's my virtual friends.